Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the On the Frame Live. My name is Dottie San Martin, and we have a very special guest in the house with us today. And he really needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him an introduction just the same. So our guest today is a BPAA Hall of Famer and the recipient of the Victor Lerner Award, which tops his list of honors and achievements. And along with that, he has one of the most personally gratifying awards that he has won. It's the Sam Levine Flowers for the Living Award, sponsored by the International Bowling Industry Magazine. His business, Bowling Management Associates, is a family-run business with his wife, Lisa, as vice president, and his son, Mark, as the general manager of his latest endeavor. Let's put it that way. We'll learn a little bit more about that as we get into the interview today. The most recent awards for Pat and Lisa are Lee County Small Business of the Month. And as of today, congratulations, Pat, Southwest Florida Business Observer's Top Entrepreneur Award. Wow, congratulations to you guys.
Thank you.
On top of that, Pat is a bowler. He enjoys league bowling, as does the rest of his family. They all bowl on the same league, but all on different teams. But he's also a very accomplished bowler, as this year he and Mark both were in the top place for high game with a perfect 300. So still a wonderful bowler. And along with that, the pandemic has not slowed Pat down at all. He is enjoying a brand new 15-month-old grandbaby, congratulations, Pat, that the pandemic has kept him from seeing, but the family man and the family-oriented family that you guys are, y'all have still enjoyed watching your granddaughter grow in virtual visits each week. So I think, you know, God bless video cameras and camcorders and stuff. It's just been great to still be able to stay in touch. So welcome to the show, Pat.
Well, thank you, Dottie. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. Well, just real quick, I want to start the show off with you are so passionate about bowling and the entertainment industry. When you speak, it's in your voice. I can tell it's in your heart. It shows on your face. I have to know, how did you get into bowling?
Well, I was invited by a friend. There was a new bowling center opened up in Jersey City, the Cameo, and we got a free game of bowling, and I got the bug from there. Just from there, I joined junior leagues and bowled in high school and collegiate, and worked in a bowling center cleaning bowling balls for free games. So I used to bowl 20 games a day, and my goal was to become a professional bowler, which I'm glad I took the other route and stayed in management and bowling center operations.
Well, I'll tell you, with that 300, under your belt this year, I think you may have missed your calling there. No, yeah. We are quite honored to have you, and certainly you are a legend in the bowling industry, and it's quite the honor to have you as part of Beyond the Frame today. The pandemic has just, it's just changed the way we look at things. It's changed so many lives in so many different ways. You are fortunate to have your centers in Florida, and things have opened back up nicely. Let's talk a little bit about how the pandemic has, since reopening, how has business been since you've reopened?
Well, we closed down on March 17th of 2020, closed all of our locations. At that point, we're kind of lost out there. We retained all of our management team, including the mechanics,
Looks like we've frozen, so we can just hold on for just a second. Pat, are you still there? Okay, viewers, it looks like we have a little bit of a technical challenge here today. There we go. You're back. Pat, you froze there for just a second.
Sorry, it's not that cold down here. It's very warm here in Florida right now.
As always.
As always, yes. It just came up that my internet is not stable. I don't know why, because we're on Comcast. It should be fine. But going back, we closed on March 17th, 2020. And at that point, we were kind of lost, wondering what was going to be happening with it. But we retained our senior staff, all of our managers, mechanics, food and beverage people. We kept everybody working, and thank God the government came in with the PPP program, and we were able to bring back all of our employees that wanted to come back at that point. We were still restricted, but we did a lot of things during that period of time to keep everyone busy. The goal was to bring people back to work, and that's pretty much what we concentrated on doing it. As time went by, we were able to open up more. Went from 25% to 50%, and then 100%. We're fortunate to be in Florida. Ron DeSantis has done a phenomenal job. So we're at 100% right now. Our business, as I mentioned to you earlier, the month of April, we're exceeding our 2019 figures, which is pretty phenomenal at this point.
That is amazing. And what has been your biggest challenge since reopening?
Well, our biggest challenge is really employees, retention of employees and hiring new people. With all the benefits out there and programs, the stimulus packages, we're really hurting for people. Part of that, we've been able to change our hours of operation, opening a little later on the slow periods to concentrate more when the customers are there. But still, it's been a challenge.
Absolutely. And you had mentioned that, with that being a challenge, that y'all have like a referral program and stuff that you're doing. And that sounds like that now you're just now starting to get into that. Is that correct?
Yeah, we always had a program for employees bringing on new employees, but now we have a $500 retention program that the employee will get $200 when they first, within 30 days, and then 60, 90, 120, they'll be getting $100 each at each anniversary period to keep people on there, and still have the other employee referral program to get more people on board with us.
Sure. And what changes have you made since reopening? Have you made any changes as a result of some things that you found when you first opened?
Definitely. There's a lot of low-hanging fruit. So we really looked at our hours of operations. We watched the payrolls very closely. We made sure that we have people working when we have the customers there. So that has made us more efficient and put more dollars to the bottom line, definitely.
And, as we were talking before we went live, that's one of those things that sometimes when you're in the operation and things are rocking and rolling, you just literally think that you don't have time to really take a deep dive in and look at where that low-hanging fruit might be. So I'm hoping going forward that this may be one of those silver linings that we can take, and it can become our new norm, which I know people don't like to hear, but that would be part of a good new norm.
Yeah, a lot of my friends in the multi-unit operators and independents have found that out, and they said this is, even though it's been difficult, it's made us better business people.
For sure. Well, Pat, like I said, we've been into the pandemic now for over a year. And last summer, you and Lisa made a decision to do something. And I let you say it last time. Maybe you might have been a little crazy to do it, but I absolutely admire the fact that with Pat and Lisa Ciniello, it is full speed ahead. So tell us a little bit about that. What did you do?
I call it being brave, but
Okay.
a little crazy at the same time. Well, we had plans, and we were going to be breaking ground prior to the pandemic for a new fast track, which is a racetrack that we're building next to our Headpins Fort Myers location. And definitely we had to take a deep breath after the pandemic hit. And we decided to put that on hold. Even though we had the land, we had the plans, we had the financing ready to go. And an opportunity knocked on the door. A previous banker of mine called me up one day, said, hey, I've got this opportunity I'd like you to take a look at. And he told me what it was. I knew who the owner was at that time. And I mentioned to my wife, Lisa, and Lisa said, no, we're not going to do that. So I convinced her, along with my son, Mark, just to go visit the location. And when we looked at the location, it was a beautiful facility, 18 acres of land, amusement park, roller coaster, bumper boats, that had the go-karts, and in the 14,000 square foot, there was games, a small kitchen, good bones, as I said. It was a brick foundation. It had 5 buildings on the site, and the gentleman that we bought it from was having some health issues and decided he wanted to get out of business, and the price was too good to pass by. So we purchased the whole facility at a percentage of what we would have to do is build new. Now, we still haven't opened the facility. We're going to be opening hopefully June 1st, but we've been in remodeling, combine the 2 tracks so we can run 1 track or 2 tracks. We took out all the gas carts and put electric cars in there. We added 7 lanes of our latest flying duck pin to the top level, increased the size of the restaurant. We're adding bumper boats, bumper cars. We're adding other attractions to it, new games. Very, very exciting. Our biggest challenge on that one is finding the employees.
Oh, yeah, I can only imagine.
We retained a few. We still have a long way to go, but the opportunity, we're got a great location heading towards Sanibel, Captiva, and Fort Myers Beach. So there's a big tourism, plus you have the local, and with our infrastructure, you know, that puts our 7th location in Southwest Florida. We have the sales force, we have the call center, and we have the outside sales. So we feel very confident that we'll do very well with it. And it still has bowling in it. So that's.
Oh, yeah. It has something for everyone, it sounds
everyone,
like.
everyone.
Absolutely,
yes,
everyone.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that sounds very exciting, and you're getting closer and closer to becoming a reality. So we definitely will follow up and see how that goes for you. I'm sure it'll go well. So I want to ask you, what do you think the long-term effects are going to be, the long-term effects of COVID are going to be on the entertainment industry?
On the what?
What do you think the long-term effects will be on the industry?
On the industry. Well, what we're seeing already is that people have cabin fever and coming back out. So I think as the other states open up, you're going to see a resurgence of people coming out. Definitely, we're seeing families. We're seeing an amusement business up way above the 2020 and 2019 figures already. I think it's an opportunity for us. League play, we're already calling the fall because we did fall behind on league play. We were down 35%, but a lot of us down here in Florida, we have a big senior contingency from Canada and from mid-country. They want to come back down here, so I think that'll help. And we're getting on the phones. We're contacting the people that didn't come back last year. So I think the business is definitely there. I think that, again, we have to be cognizant of the fact of watching our costs, getting people, getting good employees back into location. But I believe there's opportunities too with refinancing and with the low interest rates right now, if you haven't done something, I think it's a good time to contact your bank, find out if you get a lower interest rate, or even look at the government loans, the SBA loans. We were able to do 2 SBA loans during the pandemic. And in one, we got a 2.27% fixed 25-year loan, SBA 504, which is like free money at that point. But it takes a little time and effort in building a relationship with your banker, but don't be afraid to go and ask to get a reduction during the period. The PPP has been very, very helpful. That program, to many of us, we've gotten the 2 PPP loans, and now they have the restoration program coming on. I just saw an email from one of my people that this is a great program. If you're doing more than 33% in food and beverage, that you qualify. Please check with BPAA. If you're a part of the Restaurant Association, please check with them. This is money that can help you get through the pandemic, help you with hiring, help you with your payrolls, with your mortgage payments and all of that. The big thing that was Mike just sent me over here was you have to apply early. So if you don't know anything about the program, reach out to your BPA. They're great. And Michael Best has been very helpful in getting these programs together.
Yeah, and you know, Pat, you have had your eyes wide open this entire time. You have been looking for what the opportunities are, what are the resources that I have available. And as you said, BPAA from the very beginning has been very helpful in making sure that the members had the information that they needed and bringing in experts to help them every step of the way. And for those proprietors that are still struggling to, you know, that have not had the opportunity to open back up at full capacity or even to open up, period, you know, to look to your peers to make sure that you're utilizing the resources that are available for you, asking the questions and taking advantage of everything that you have. It sounds like that has really led the way for you to go forward.
Definitely, there's local programs. There was the Collier Cares, there was the Lee Cares in our area, and I know I talked to a number of my other friends where whether it be the city, the county, the state had programs. Don't be afraid to ask. It takes a little effort to fill out the forms. If you need help, reach out there. Get with your bookkeeper or accountant, or with your local bowling association. They're there to help you. We want to help you survive and become prosperous again.
Absolutely. I want to give a shout out. We've got Amy Akuri on viewing with us today. Amy, thank you for joining us. And she wants to let the viewers know that next Tuesday, that there's going to be a seminar next Tuesday with SBA. So those of you need to mark it on your calendar right now and make plans to participate in that. And she's also going to be sending out an email later today on that. So be looking in your inbox for that. Also, John Lucido, thank you for joining us today. And I'm sure that Pat could arrange a private tour of Fast Track when it opens. And I'll be right there beside you. I expect mine too. And hi, Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us. So Pat, let me ask you this. What lesson or lessons have you learned from the pandemic?
No one ever in their wildest dreams would think we would be going through this. It keeps you humble, it keeps you focused, and it keeps you thankful to God that we're surviving. I'd say one thing: if you haven't gotten the vaccine, please get the vaccine. Yes. It helped. I did have COVID. Lisa had COVID, very mild, but still. I've got my 2 shots.
Me too.
The safer we make it for our families and our friends and people around us is important. And I think with all these programs that are out there, even though you may feel that you're okay at this point, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So I think it taught us a lesson to, have a little extra in your savings accounts, get it ready for a rainy day. I think the programs that Amy offers and Frank, the socio of BPAA, the training programs are so important. What we offer at QubicaAMF on there, take advantage, reach out there. Amy knows I reach out. Frank knows I reach out. Those are the people I call to find out what opportunities we have, what help I can get. Being a member of BPAA, the payback is just enormous on it with all the programs they have and what we have there. Reach out to John Lucido. Reach out to your fellow proprietors out there. Reach out, my phone is always open to try to help others. The better we do, the stronger bowling will be. And bowling is going to be healthy again. It's going to be the opportunity to introduce with Kids Bowl free programs like that, new people coming in there, getting them into bowling, and then bowling is a lifetime sport. So that's what we need to do. There's great opportunities out there. We will survive that. We've lost a number of centers, but other centers will be coming in there, operators, and bowling will be healthy again. We're seeing it in customer sales at this point at QubicaAMF, and definitely we're seeing in our locations down here. So as your state opens up, be ready to give that great customer service, give them a healthy, safe place to come and get them joining leagues. We need to grow the league base, help USBC, and we all become winners at that point.
We sure do. And I want to ask you this, and I think you've covered it somewhat throughout this entire interview today, but we have a lot of proprietors out there that are probably thinking long and hard about their future. What message do you have for them?
Well, number one, just don't sit in the corner. You have to get out, find out. As I said earlier, look what opportunities. There's a lot of money out there to help you with your business. And then build your staff and give great customer service. We're in a great industry. There's a lot of people out there that have the dollars. They've been saving them. They've been stuck inside and they want to come out there. If you're having problems with the banks, give them a call. They want you to succeed. They don't want you to fail. So reach out for help. We're there for you to help. And there's a lot of other people within the industry, BPA, the Restaurant Association, and all those out there wanting to see you succeed. So keep the faith.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Pat, I have to ask you, your mind is always going, you're always looking, you're always 10 steps ahead of everybody else. What's next for Pat Ciniello?
I got to slow down a bit. Fast Tracks we hope to come on June 1st on that. But again, I love working with QubicaAMF. We've got a lot of great products coming out. Very excited about Bowl Expo coming up and IAPA coming up. I know our roadmap, and we're going to be delivering products that's going to help you with your business, make it more efficient. And I'm looking at robots. I love robots. I'm looking at, we have a Flippy down here, which is a robot that flips hamburgers and does fries and all that.
Oh my gosh.
I think we're going to see a big movement in the restaurant business to help us in those areas. It's going to take investments. Robots are our future. So where we're having a hard time finding employees, to have a little robot there to assist us is not going to be bad. And, we have our own robot in our edge string machines, which helps proprietors lessen their bills, takes a lot of pressure off the mechanics so they become facilities people and can help you with your games and help you with your air conditioning, all of the above. You're going to see more green movements. Yes. I know sometimes that's not a popular word, but we're going to be moving more in that space where the challenges are finding help. And we're going to be with kiosks and a number of other products that we're going to be delivering to you out there is going to help you be more efficient, drive more customers, and drive more dollars to the bottom line.
Absolutely. We want to take as many obstacles out of your way as we can. Right. So that's the goal. Well, Pat, thank you so much for being with us this afternoon and sharing with us what you've been doing and how your centers have been doing. And I hope that it has been a help to many of our viewers that have been watching it today. Next week, on Monday, we're going to have a special edition of Beyond the Frame Live. It's going to be at 5 o'clock Eastern Time, and we are going to have a 10-year-old Easton Van Hovland of Bloomington, Illinois, that his dream is to become a professional bowler. And so we're really excited to have him on the show. He wants to be just like Jason Belmonte, and believe you me, he is on the path right now. So you won't want to miss this special edition show. It's going to be Monday at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. So make plans now to join us for that. Pat, again, is there anything you would like to say in closing?
Go bowling.
Go bowling. Thank you very much for your time today, Pat. It has been my pleasure. And I look forward to watching as Fast Track unfolds.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon.
Take care, all.